So this is the Acer Predator Z35P or Z35P for my American friends, 21:9 gaming monitor, and it's a beast in almost every aspect. Now, getting the tech specs out of the way first, for $1,100 you get, as mentioned, a 21:9 aspect ratio with a resolution of 3440 by 1440. It has a 4 millisecond response time with a native 100 Hz refresh rate, but is overclockable to 120 Hz via DisplayPort. It also has G-Sync, which yes, does work while at 120 Hz, a 2500 by 1 contrast ratio, which is pretty good for a VA LCD panel, and has a max brightness of up to 300 nits, as well as a massive 1800R curvature. Now, one tech spec that seems to be a huge topic of confusion on multiple forums, it seems, is if the Z35P supports ULMB or not. Well, I'm sorry to be the one to set the record straight, but no, it doesn't. And I got that directly from my rep over at Acer, who then contacted their technicians to confirm. Sorry guys. For I/O, we're looking at one HDMI port, one display port, 4 USB-A 3.0 ports, and a single USB-B 3.0 port. Now, before I go any further, I just wanted to complain about this stupid goddamn lip that hides the ports. Like, what the hell is the point of that? Is it there to purposely be a pain in the ass while trying to plug shit in, or what? Anyways, the all-metal stand is new and improved over previous Predator monitor models with height, tilt, and now swivel adjustments. And there's this little cable hole to route everything through. Pretty cool. It's a super sturdy and cool looking stand, but jeebus Christ, this thing is huge. Like, look at all that negative space behind the monitor. I think I prefer how Samsung and LG have been doing their stands lately. Oh, and in case you want to actually have room left on your desk, it is VESA, it's mount compatible. Just gotta pop off the plastic cover on the back of the stand to expose the screws. We've also got two built-in 9-watt speakers. They're Acer True Harmony audio tuned, which means literally nothing to me, but they do sound decent for built-in monitor speakers. Like, they're good enough if you don't feel like wearing headphones just to watch a YouTube video. Otherwise, you'll probably want to wear headphones most of the time. Anyways, the Z35P has 100% sRGB color gamut, so colors do look amazing. Great for gamers, video editors, photoshoppers, or whatever the hell you call yourselves, photo editors. Now, I've never played with a VA panel LCD display before, but good God, are blacks black. If someone didn't know I was talking about a monitor, they'd think I was legit racist. So contrast is pretty good out of the box, but I quickly made some color and contrast tweaks in the display menu thanks to some Googling around and finding some color calibration ICC profiles to load into Windows. Now, there's 5 menu navigation buttons on the bottom of the bezel, which I found to be a complete pain in the ass to operate, but the placement keeps it looking clean, and you won't be dicking around in the settings too much after you've set everything up to your preferences, so not really a big deal. So there's 3 customizable picture modes. Well, Acer says 3, but it's really 4 if you include the custom user mode, which I do. Now, my preferences are with the standard mode and my own custom settings under user, because I found the other modes way too aggressive. But there's a ton of adjustable picture settings to dial in the look you want, and while looking around in the menu, jumping into gaming is where you'll find the options to overclock, as well as overdrive, max refresh rate, and crosshairs that'll pop up while in game. So how about ghosting and all that other shit you display nerds care about? Well, I'm not gonna lie, there is ghosting. Is it noticeable while gaming? To me, no. But when running tests from testufo.com while holding fairly steady at 120 Hz and FPS, you can visibly see that there is a bit of ghosting. A bit. Like, it's so minor, I'd slap you if you told me it's unacceptable. And with Battlefield 1 at medium and high settings, oh my god, I've never been as immersed in a game as I have with this monitor. And with my light picture tweaking, colors, saturation, and contrast are all on point. It's so awesome, guys. Now, there isn't a ton of content in 21:9, but the stuff I was able to find looks amazing. Now, with all this awesomeness that is the Z35P, I do have some complaints which don't really bother me at all, but I know the display nerds might take issue with. So with your head in the center of the monitor, you're totally fine. But if you've got any spectators with you or you tilt your head from side to side, you'll notice some color and contrast shifting. But again, this is a non-issue for me because I don't usually have an audience. So the next issue is light bleed. I mean, it's pretty goddamn minimal, but there's been a fair amount of complaints with the weird Batman logo logo bleed in the middle of the display while looking at pure black to very dark images. Now, mine has the Batman logo too, but I almost can't even see it, and to get it on camera, I had to crank the ISO. That said, I haven't noticed it even once while playing games or watching content with dark scenes, but it is there and it shouldn't be, and I know you guys would want to know about something like that, even though it's a non-issue for me. Now, to sum it all up, it's a badass curved UHD 21:9 monitor with G-Sync, a max 120Hz refresh, awesome colors, good contrast, amazing blacks, highly adjustable picture settings, and decent built-in speakers for $1,100 that I'd definitely pay for if I could afford shit like this. Listen, it's arguably one of the best 21:9 UHD displays with 120Hz and G-Sync on the market right now. So, if you don't want to wait a year for the 200Hz displays or don't want to pay the $2,000 that'll most likely be the cost on the low end, this is the jam for you. Well, that about does it for this one. If you have any questions, I'll be hanging out in the comments for a bit, so hit me up there or on Twitter. If you liked the video, throw me some love and hit up that like button. And if you're new to my stuff, don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Cheers.